PSX, Board of Directors and Senior Management of the CMIs, Senior Executives from the SECP, Tariq Naseem Saab, thank you for a wonderful presentation. You've covered a lot of the points that I could have also covered, but I will then just skip to only talking about market and what we are thinking in terms of our progress. But before I forget, Salamat Tinga Hari and Salamat Ditange Pakistan. So I just want to tell you that I spent some time in Indonesia and Singapore. So on a long weekend, it would be usual for me to drive up to from Singapore to Malaysia. And it's always been a pleasure visiting your country. So glad to see you here. There's clearly a lot to learn from other countries and other jurisdictions, and that is really the objective here. So to welcome you to the PSX and to show you where we stand at the PSX. Very quickly, what is the ecosystem like? Because a lot has been told to you about the Sharia counter, our progress on the Ijara Sukuk, which I'll also discuss here, a number of other initiatives that we're taking at the PSX. So if you look at Pakistan and the PSX, the real forefront for us in comparison to countries like yours or Indonesia or Singapore or Turkey, because we're looking at other jurisdictions for information, our number of investors is much more limited than other countries. So for example, Bangladesh is at 1% of their population in terms of investor base, and we're still at 0.14. So the real first port of call for Pakistan Stock Exchange, the PSX, is one, to increase the investor base. Thankfully, a majority of our population is under the age of 30. So a lot of what we are thinking or how we are progressing forward, thanks to also the regulator, SECP and State Bank both, because they've both launched a number of initiatives on digital banking, digital AMC, digital broker, which you just heard from Tariq Naseem Saab as well. So a lot of that is tailored to the bulge that we're seeing in the population. So I will not repeat what Tariq Naseem Saab has already mentioned. Way forward as well, promote access. I think that has been the issue at hand, awareness and educating the investor base. Because of the consistent boom-bust cycle every 3, 4, 5 years, because the investors are risk investors versus investors on the debt side or putting money in the bank, this obviously requires stability and growth, but also requires us to educate and continue to create awareness. Only 5,000 rupees, which is not really much, is what you need to trade a sukuk on the Pakistan Stock Exchange, which was not possible in fact, 13 or 15 months ago. So, well, that's about it. So there is a lot of learning for us from other jurisdictions. So what I really would find helpful, and we are doing that because we are part of the World Exchanges Forum as well. And on that World Exchanges Forum, we get a lot of data in and out the door. Pakistan's history is we've always had a lot of foreign institutions taking an interest. And I've also noticed there are foreign institutional investors who are Sharia compliant only, and they're fairly active in the Middle East. We haven't really seen our share of that investor base as yet. If there's any help we can get from our friends in Malaysia, that'd be good discussion to have. But even otherwise, because we're opening the doors, we're going awareness, education, UINs, which is our investor numbers, IPOs, we want to increase those as well. Any help or anything that you've seen in your jurisdiction that can be helpful for Pakistan, our doors are more than open.
Managing Director Farosal Bari, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. We have talked about the Sharia compliant securities and the Sharia compliant structure in Pakistan. I'm going to give you the brief about the role of the Central Depository Company in the Pakistan capital market. Actually, in every capital market, the role of the depository company is very predominant in the infrastructure institution like the depository in every country. So I'm going to give you a brief structure and what the role of the depository in the capital market is there. The Central Depository Company, as you know, the name of the company shows that it's the depository company to provide the safe custody and the settlement of securities in the capital market for all the shares and the equity and all type of bonds that traded in the stock exchange are in the book entry form in the depository company. The system and operation is commenced of the depository start in the 1997 with the promulgation of the Central Depositories Act in the 1997. So we have been completed more than 25 years, and in the recognition of its continued success and the completion of the 25 years, the government of Pakistan has issued a commemorative stamp in the recognition of the successful services provided by the depository to the capital market and the financial system in Pakistan. Of each and every transaction executed in the computer system of the depository, each and every transaction, each and every type of transaction, what should be done, what should not be done, is exactly written in the law, which is promulgated in 1997. And other than that, other regulatory structure is there with the Security Act and the Companies Act and other various rules and regulations formed under these regulations, which provide a great and a strong legal and the legislative background and the foundation to the depository system. That we handle, which is again in line with the international best practices, all type of transaction that has to be settled in any capital market, these are to be settled through the depository system, whether it's a pledging of securities, it is a deposit of securities, withdrawal of securities, and the handling of all type of corporate action, which include the merger, demerger, split, consolidation, bonus, and the issuance of right, and also other type of transaction which is not on the market-based transaction, other non-market-based transaction are also being handled and transacted through the depository system.
On the side, we also provide, we run different trading platform, or you can say leverage market platform for providing financing facilities to weak buyers. Normally, our settlement process is T+2. So those investors who are not in a position to pay on T+2 basis, so they go on leverage market products. There are 4 of them. We can discuss it later in detail. And there are various other products which you also perform, like online account opening form, next day netting facilities. We are also a special purpose dealer appointed by the State Bank. So we do the investment, we take bids and submit it to the government of Pakistan, and we also perform the national custodian services. So whatever, as I said in the earlier part, we provide clearing and settlement for all trades and transactions that are executed at the stock exchange. So whatever the market segments are, be it regular cash market, odd lot market, derivatives, NDM or debt market also, we provide clearing and settlement in respect of all, and we combine all settlement process and the obligation into one element. That is, either we have to take money from a security backer or we have to give it to them. Secondly, we are running these leverage products, margin trading, margin financing, maraba, and securities lending borrowing. So we also provide a trading platform, and we also clear and settle them. And we combine all trades and leverage products into one trading element. That is the only single obligation.
I'll give you a little background on the product suite that we have. Among the, we have, futures trading in metals, agricultural products, financial instruments, and energy products as well. Among the metals, we have gold, silver, palladium, platinum, and aluminum. And among the agriculture products, we trade in the futures of cotton, corn, wheat, and soya bean. Among the financial markets, we have different indices that we trade in. We provide that opportunity. And among the energy products, we trade in the natural gas, Brent oil, and crude oil. These are all done on cash settled basis. But for our other products, which are deliverable products, we have gold based on tola gold and mini tola. Tola is about 11.66 grams, and these are on deliverable basis. Then we are also working on maize and rice and paddy on EWR basis, on the futures.
On behalf of the Association of Sharia Advisors in Islamic Finance, I would like to be happy to express our sincere gratitude to PSX for hosting us today, and all the institutions who shared their impressive achievement with us today. Hopefully, inshallah, we will meet again in the future, whether in Pakistan or in Kuala Lumpur, whether in official occasion or unofficial occasion. If you are visiting Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, Langkawi, Pulau Pinang, Johor Bahru, please, if you have a time, you can just call us in Malaysia, inshallah. Thanks a lot, and hopefully this collaboration, this ukhuwah between us, Malaysia and Pakistan, will be more greater in the future, inshallah, with the initiative by our, especially young generation, that wanted to see a more united Islamic country, inshallah, in the future. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you very much.
Merely a matter of increasing numbers or introducing more instruments. Rather, it is a fundamentally about embedding the principles of integrity and ethical conduct in the financial system. And therefore, we at the PSX are committed to play our active role in promoting more Sharia-compliant market ecosystem. And for this particular objective, I think the most important step that PSX has taken is creating a Sharia focus group. That focus group has representation from different sectors, from academia, from scholars, from financial institutions. And this Sharia focus group has been playing an active role to create awareness about the Islamic capital market, to identify the gaps in the existing products, and to introduce the new products also for betterment of capital market. So with these words, I would just say thanks to all participants for your presence here, especially the members of the Sharia focus group, to be here on a very short notice. Thank you so much to everybody.